I'd rather talk to Duke than to talk to people about theory. Protect you. I got a smartwatch for Christmas. Oh boy. Just think, if you call me, sometimes it rings on the watch. Just think, here's a picture for you. What if I'm taking a shit and I'm wiping my ass and you call? Better stay away from that one. No more Philly bashing. I've given up on the city and the crime and the mayor and all the horse shit. Fuck that. It's gone. Philly's gone. It's done. But I don't know about you, but I'm glad that holiday's over, huh? Wonder how that got. Boy, it got so far away from what it was supposed to be. Musicians hear music different than lay people, at least for myself. When I listen to music, I hear the chords. I hear the bass line first, I would think. Somebody asked me this. But it kind of happens real fast. And it's like somebody says a word to you, like bell curve. I don't know. A bell and a curve, it's a mathematical thing. See how fast you do it? So when I listen to music, I don't hear it like lay people do. I kind of wish I did, because I really have to consciously turn that off to really enjoy the music, I think the thing I listen to last are probably the lyrics, but first the music. I also see it. If I hear a big band or strings, I see it. I would imagine. I'm not always right, but most of the time I am. I see how it's notated. Dumbarton Oaks Concerto. This is the background to something. The strings are going like this. And then there's some beautiful Stravinsky kind of line against it. Amazing guy. So I just hear music different than other people. I have to consciously shut it off. I really do. And I think it's better to hear it as a layperson. Example of, modern harmony, I think that, so I get these questions from students, like what do you mean modern harmony? Like when? I would say, from the tunes that I know, I would take the period from like Joe Pass, Bill Evans, like that era. Is that 50s and 60s, I think? And it kind of stopped. I don't hear anybody doing anything. For example, like older kind of harmony or diminished chords. For example, here's one. Here's the tune. That's the first day of the tune. Now, that's old. And it's also, that's what's in the real book. So sometimes when I play with the younger guys, depending on my mood, I would tell them, I could tell it, you learn to memorize it from the real book. But a more modern way would be to turn around to two. Rick, the guy, you asked, you make comments to me. I mean, I liked them, but I don't know what the hell you're talking about. You're using numbers, and I don't know. Sometimes I think they're fingers, And so you know what? If you had those are good questions, but write the chord name out so I could tell you. And also, just think it help a lot of other people too. I'm not sure what you mean. Anyway, fuck that. So diminished chords. The more modern guys got rid of them by making them a dominant seventh and then possibly putting a 2 in front of it. Here's another way. This is from Joe Pass. See what I mean? There's another way yet. So, sometimes I find this sad. I see some young guitar players playing with old harmonic things, Art Tatum was great, okay? There's nobody on the planet that can be compared to Art Tatum. That's bullshit. Just because somebody goes, that's not Art Tatum. Art Tatum would have more likely done that. Look, here's. It's kind of old-fashioned. Good technique. When it comes to modern harmony, I still think nobody has caught up to Joe Pass, George Van Epps especially. Something's always moving when he plays. George Van Epps chord, B minor 7 flat 5. Or Howard Alden likes to do this. Gotta sit right to do those chords. The notes are D, A, and F. There we go. E7. So just imagine if you had a 7 string, it would come out. Like this. Playing guitar with a chorus is not modern. Does that make a guy play modern? I don't think so. I think it's a beautiful instrument, the guitar, and I think it's a real shame that you want to distort it in any way. I don't know, man. As soon as I hear that, I'm turned off. Maybe I'm a retro guy. If that's what they mean when they say retro, good. Another way, another example of corny. Really old. Even if you go that technique, but you're still fucking old. Or voice lead. What's this? B minor, flat 5. D7, A minor, D7, G minor, C7, C9, C7 flat 9. most guys play B minor A7, A minor D7, G minor C7, F. I'm not saying one's better. I'm just categorizing as to passe. That's a good word. I mean, plays good, but he's real passe. Man. Yeah, man. Man, it's fucking gold. So, I'm trying to think of other examples. Oh, Angel Eyes. Jim Hall did. Very modern. And please don't mention fuck guitar players on this channel. Go into their YouTube channel and mention the fucking guys. Okay? I don't want to put anybody down. Bad form. Really. I'm emptying the trash on my computer. Really, I don't also want to, I one time was asked to play with a certain guitar player, and for some reason I did. And it's like, very disappointed that I did, because the guy really, he couldn't comp for shit, had no ears. Just comp and step all over your stuff when you're trying to solo. And I was like, geez, you know what I just did? I just gave this guy fucking validity. La La Land chords. Bullshit chords. Just one more fucked up holiday to go. New Year's Eve and New Year's Day. I'm going to do this. There's something, it's called the Mummers Parade. Now, if you're from Philly or back east, you might know it. But when I was living in LA, it came on the news, national news, Philadelphia. And my friends were going, what the fuck is that? It's an abomination of several of the arts all at once. I mean, an abomination. And these people, some people, they just live for that day. They're like 15 minutes in the spotlight. They're on TV. They're wearing costumes, doing the mummer strut. It's the worst goddamn fucking piece of dung. Oh my God, it's awful. And they prepare for it all year. It's like, guys are roofers, or they pump gas in the gas station, and they can play banjos and brass instruments. That's real good out in the cold. That really, they can't play to start with. Just amazing. Diminished chord, see? If I put the E, I like it. I get rid of that. What do I play? One guy says to me during the trading fours with the Latin band at Guardo Citron, "Oh, you lost the form." Emil, come on. It's a montuna, which means it goes something like that. That's what the drummer's soloed over. Hey, about you put 2 arpeggios. A minor 7 flat 5 and a B flat minor 7 flat 5. Put it all over D7. Through a D7, not over. A minor and B minor, watch. There's that weather lady on. I hear her head whistling through the fucking TV, even though it's muted. She does look good, though, man. She's hot looking babe. You know, the rock guys, man, they get all these hot looking babes, you know? Jazz guys like me, especially when you get older, I attract women, but they all have colostomy bags. It's not fucking true story. I was playing at King of France Tavern one time, and Craig couldn't make it. And so I took one of his students, young guy, actually turned out to be a very, very fine musician. He's doing very well. Talent will out all the time. But there was like 6 or 7 people in the little tight little elevator. It was in the afternoon, and man, were they drunk. Whoa, really fucked up. I got the guitars. Kid's got an upright bass. Says, "Oh, guys are musicians? Yeah, we're playing King of France Tavern tonight." "Oh, yeah, well, come by. They're really messed up." And one lady says to this young guy, "You know, I used to be in music." And he says, "Well, what did you do?" He says, "I was the road manager for Kiss, the band." He says, "Really?" He says, "Well, what happened? Why'd you stop?" She says, "Well, I got sick." And she grabs his hand, and she goes, "Feel that?" And the kid says, "Yeah, what's that?" She said, "It's my colostomy bag." Okay? The kid didn't know what the fuck it was, okay? And he says to me, "Boy, what was that I felt? I felt something in there. What was it?" "It was shit. Feces. Fecal matter." So I get jazz pigs. They all have colostomy bags. All right. The year's almost over. And unless I can think, if you know what? If this is the end of the video, it means I didn't think of anything to anybody to insult, put down. You know, I have to tell you, man, sometimes I think music is in a sad state, especially jazz. But then, once in a while, I hear a really young guy playing, it doesn't matter the instrument. And recently, it's been bass players, really young bass players that are so hungry to learn these tunes and to learn the right things to play. That it gives me hope for the future. And jazz is never going to die. Never will. You know, it just won't. Because the young people, man. Not everybody's on crack. So anyway, fuck that shit. I think I'm going to go have breakfast with Bill Cummins. I just texted him. See if we go to a place around the corner here. So I'll probably see you tomorrow. Peter Leach, find that book. Because it makes me, he actually named names of who? Imposters. Jazz guitar imposters they are.